Hello everyone, and welcome back to another week of Xbox Live Indie Games. Well, this time we're looking at the games that were released from August the 17th to September the 6th, 2014, so actually 3 weeks instead of 1. However, even though it's been 3 weeks, only 4 games have been released on the service. You know, we've mentioned it before, but it does seem like we might be winding down to the end of Xbox Live Indie Games, but we're gonna keep playing them. As long as they keep coming. We're starting off with an early Christmas as we're playing Santa's Sleigh. Let's start the game. Oh, I mean, you can't release a holiday-themed game too early, of course. Gotta make sure that you have it out in time. Santa has arrived home, however, the elves are dead. Killed by a biological weapon, and now it is time for revenge as we fight the terrorists. So there we are. We're Santa. Our one remaining elf, Stumpy, airdrops us weapons. These terrorists are well armed. I mean, they have air support. They have a helicopter. I have a shield too. So, as we traverse the beautiful MS Paint landscapes, Santa has multiple lives too. It's a good thing. I guess that's Stumpy. That's admonishing us every time we die. I mean, Santa only does have a limited amount of lives to which to get his revenge on the terrorists, and now we're going up against the boss. I don't know what that boss is. I don't even know what that is. What is that? We're not trying to save Christmas or anything, because I guess Christmas is already done with. We're just trying to get revenge for the fallen elves. I assume I'm shooting at the moving thing, because it's a video game boss. It seems like that would make sense. So as you can see, there are an assortment of weapons that Santa can be equipped with. It's a good thing that Santa's elves had a very active weapons R&D department, I guess. How could they have known that it would have to be used like this? Against terrorists wielding bioweapons who have attacked the North Pole for some reason. I think my gun is overheating because... Oh, that is some good sound effects right there.
Good job, Santa. You killed it.
We did it. Now the real fun begins. Oh boy, if the real fun is anything like what we've just experienced now, how could I resist paying that $1 to play the rest of Santa's Sleigh? Optional 2-player? I had no idea. We could also play as Stumpy, if there was someone else here to play. And we're gonna fly everywhere to Afghanistan, Siberia, to wreak havoc on armies of terrorists, plants, aliens, much more. Despite its simple appearance, this game is complex and challenging. So, you know, don't judge it on its appearance. Hey, don't say that this looks like you drew it in MS Paint. You just don't get it. If that's what you're not a real hardcore gamer if you say that, if you judge it by its looks. It has challenge. You're gonna die, as you've seen me happen. Well, I mean, I guess it's correct on the dying a lot part, assuming it's talking about dying inside. It's Santa's Sleigh on Xbox Live Indie Games. Next up is Nandeyanen, the first Sutra. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but there's an exclamation point and question mark at the end, so I'm assuming you're supposed to say it as if it's like an unpleasant surprise. That's just an assumption, though. So what is Nandeyanen, the first Sutra, all about? Well, one thing it is about is loading times. While we hear the gurgling of a stream, I guess, in the background. Someone yelling. Oh, it'll get there. Don't worry. It's coming. Just relax. Enjoy. Oh, here we go. Okay. Time to play. So this is how we play. We can shoot, we can pods, we can bomb, we can blast, and we can counter. It's a shoot 'em up, you see. With a story. We'll take a look at the story, because you wouldn't want to skip it. I mean, the drawings are nice. So it says, this is a tale of an awakening, specifically the awakening of that gentleman we see seated at the table. He's been asleep for a long time, you see. Here he is. He's Master Tengu Man, and we have been asleep for a millennia, it seems. Alright, so it's time to start playing. We can shoot, we can make the shield come up, we can also use bombs. If we want, we could do it. I'm not entirely sure what the shield does. But for right now, I think we're alright if we just keep shooting. Tengu Man has not been around in the world for a long time, and things have apparently changed, so says Tengu Man's friends, or servants, whoever they are. Tengu Man has to go out into the world and discover what's been happening during his slumber. I'm assuming a lot. I'm thinking that's probably what's happening. If you're wondering where Tengu Man's hitbox is, I believe it is the belt buckle. The yellow circle on him. That seems to be where it is. So yeah, he has a much smaller hitbox than his actual spray. I'm not sure what the story is, aside from Tengu Man waking up after this long sleep. The owl has not gotten around to explaining anything else about what's been happening. But the game controls fine. Yeah, I can move around the screen just fine with either D-pad or analog stick. It runs smoothly and it looks nice. It's got a nice music track running. So, you know, oh, hold on. Fujin, and he looks wily. Okay, rebellion has begun, and apparently there is wrath coming down upon Tengu Man. Alright, Fujin has betrayed us. He's gonna fight us with his bag of wind, but we have all of these shots that we can fire, and we can dodge his shots, while he cannot dodge ours. So I don't know what Fujin intends to do here. So like I was saying, this game runs pretty smoothly, looks nice, sounds nice, so it automatically puts it above most Xbox Live indie games that we see, just on basis of that. I do not know what those power-ups do. like, look how many layers of parallax there are in this background. Oh, that looks real nice. I mean, it's nice. It looks nice. It's a pretty fun game to play, but I guess not too much to say about it, really. We're encountering new, tougher enemies as we go on after we defeated Fujin. Yep, got cornered. Got squished. Ah, and we have found the one who put Tengu into the millennial sleep. Well, surely this is the one. Oh, well, surely this was who we were supposed to fight, if not for the time limit. Unfortunately, the time has expired. The trial is ended, and that's it for Nandeyanen, the first Sutra, which actually seems pretty good, and definitely does seem like it would be worthwhile to play more. How much does this cost? $3, so a little higher than the usual $1 price point of Xbox Live indie games, but hey, you know, this seems like it could be worth it. This seems like it's a higher quality than a lot of the stuff we see on here. What's the description? What, sex is 2 out of 3. Oh, steamy. Welcome to our special brand of super long nose shooting game. Join Tengu Man in an all-out yokai war where no bullets are pulled back. Master complex game mechanics in this first chapter of a supernatural adventure. Counter bullets and blast shields to find your foxy lady. Well, I'm sold. The third game up this week is Dark Duo's Impossiball. So, I mean, what is Impossiball all about? Well, I don't remember seeing this development team before the Dark Duo here on Xbox Live Indie Games. It's possible I missed something, or maybe this is their first product. Let's find out what this product is all about. Okay, so Impossiball, it's like Pong, except there's all kinds of balls. So many. Oh, and they're all invisible now. So you can see the scores at the top of the screen. They're just going up real fast. And the CPU is beating me quite handily. We get power-ups, which can cause the balls to go all spinny. I can move my bat to change the angle of the ball I'm hitting back. Not too good at actually manipulating the angle, though. Yeah, he's doing a lot better than I am. Well, I mean, the computer is more experienced than I do at Impossiball. Though we're almost down to normal Pong now. Oh, now I'm speeding up. His speed is the same. He's still got the ball in... okay. Now that we're down to normal Pong, who can win? He did. He won. Okay. Now we're... My bat has now lengthened. I hope you're impressed. No, everything's not impossible now. Yeah, he's still winning by a lot. So you get the idea of what Impossiball is all about. It's crazy extreme Pong. That's not a bad idea. You know, you have some people around to play some Xbox Live indie games, this might not be a bad thing to play for a little bit. See what people think on this new twist on Pong. Well, I say new twist, I'm assuming that no one's done this before, but probably someone has. Pong's been around for a long time. Would be surprising if this take on it has never been done, but I've never seen it, so it's new to me. Yeah, you can see his score just going way up, and mine is not. Obviously, my Impossiball skills are weak and need to be improved. I need to spend some time in isolation, with only me and the Xbox 360, as I practice Impossiball. The Impossiball power-up seems like the worst one, though, because you don't even know what's going to happen when you take it. Okay, he got 1,000 points, which means he wins. That's what it goes up to. And my controller is vibrating. It did not stop when the game stopped, so you can listen to that. Just put it up against the microphone there. So the Dark Duo might want to check on that. Might want to put in a line of code to make sure that the controller stops vibrating after the game is over. But that's Impossiball. You can see it's pretty self-explanatory. From the Dark Duo, available on Xbox Live Indie Games. And the final game this week on Xbox Live Indie Games is called Delta. It's not actually on the title screen here. Well, I should say the menu screen. It just says Trial in big letters. So let's try the trial. Alright, here we go. I ran headfirst into a polygonal wall, and my pixels are bleeding. It says the full version has 120, 144, and 180 beat per minute stages, algorithmic, procedural, and generative stage design. Let's try that again. You see what the point is. First person, we're going real fast, and we're trying to get these triangles to pick up the beat. You don't want to drop that beat. I mean, it seems real hard to actually get all the beats, but I want to try to get as many as we can. It's also kind of hard to distinguish between positive and negative space, which I guess is intentional. Once again, I slammed head first in an unfortunate pixely death. So as it goes on, it gets faster, the beats pick up, becomes more frantic. I don't know how long this goes. I'm going to assume that it goes for as long as the particular music track does. So however long this one music track goes, I'm going to assume that's how long this one level goes. I can only make an assumption, though, since I have not actually completed this. Once again. So this is Delta, and I mean, it seems pretty good. It runs very smoothly, seems to be 60 frames a second. I know you can't tell that in the video, because the video has to be 30 frames, at least for right now, until eventually YouTube is supposed to have support for 60, but I don't think right now. But it does seem to be a rock-solid 60 frames. Granted, everything is very simple in terms of geometry, but it's very nice looking. And the challenge seems to come up as it gets faster and being able to recognize what's in front of you. Being able to identify what is actual space and what is wall. Well, I think that's a little too fast for me. That's it for Xbox Live Indie Games for the weeks of August 17th to September the 6th, 2014. Only 4 games that came out. Santa Slay, Nandeyanen, the first Sutra, Impossiball, and Delta. And of the 4, I would say that my favorite game of the 4 was Nandeyanen. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but that seemed like the one I would be most interested in. Though Delta does seem pretty good as well, and that's also something else that I might want to take a closer look at. Very small game, too. It's only 4 megs. $3, let's see. HGX008 Hermit Games Hypervector Color Laser Scale. That is a good description of Delta. I cannot think of... Violence is 2 out of 3? Is that because of the bloody pixels? I guess it has to be. So that's it for Xbox Live Indie Games for this week. And see you next time when more Xbox Live Indie Games do come out, until eventually they're going to have to stop at some point. I'm pretty sure. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time.